Guys, with this, what happened, I feel like I have to share my opinion on this. So, yeah, guys, so this is going to be the Xfinity 500. This is kind of going to be a race review, but the majority of this video is going to talk about what happened towards the end of this race. So, yeah, so guys, the Xfinity 500, yesterday was the NASCAR Cup Series playoff round of 8 elimination race to determine who's going to get into the championship four. And Ryan Blaney gets it, guys. For the second year in a row, Ryan Blaney wins the Martinsville playoff race to win his way into the championship four. And I just gotta say this, man. Ryan Blaney drove his heart out on the final laps of this race. Like, he absolutely drove his heart out, drove all the way up, was able to get get by the drivers that need to get by drivers like Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson to get up there and get the win and punch his ticket to Phoenix. So happy for Ryan Blaney, man. What a drive. What a championship winning drive for Ryan Blaney. Um and and I gotta say one thing about this race though, this is the best Martinsville race in the Gen 7 era. Out of all the races that this car has raced at since 2022, this is by far the best race in the Gen 7 era at Martinsville. Martinsville for the Gen 7 era has not been the best, has not been that good. But there's credit to Goodyear. They found a tire. There was rubber laid down all over the track, and yeah, it's just a softer tire combination had drivers losing grip, and yeah. So props to Goodyear and NASCAR for that, and Ryan Blaney. Like I said, he gets the job done. So he's in the championship four, and your championship four drivers are Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, and William Byron, guys. Two Penske drivers, one 2311 Racing driver, and one Hendrick driver. Now, how William Byron get in? Well, let's get down. This is the full story. So basically, when Ryan Blaney took the lead, right? Christopher Bell, well, William Byron, he was actually above the cut line. Well, he and Bell, yeah, I think Christopher Bell and Byron, they were right there trying to fight it out. Uh, Christopher Bell, he can't gain any spots. He was like a lap down. The only driver that was in front of him was Bubba Wallace. And William Byron, he was dropping back, man. You had guys like Ross Chastain and Austin Dillon behind him. And then ultimately, then on the last lap of the race, like Ross Chastain and Austin Dillon, they just couldn't get by him. They didn't even, maybe not even want to get by him. Just, you know, and then Bubba Wallace, he said he had a tire down, and Christopher Bell just shot up into turn three, and then just partially Ross Chastain Hail Meloned it into turn four, and that was how he was able to get in and get a tie, which ultimately broke the tiebreaker. And at that point, Christopher Bell was in the championship four, and this is where the controversy comes into play because, guys, if it wasn't for this playoff format, we wouldn't even be in this situation, guys. Um, so that's what happened ultimately, and NASCAR decided that Christopher Bell was penalized for a safety violation because for him wall riding. I can understand it. Like I can understand why NASCAR made that decision because I mean, literally, he did ride the wall, whether he was trying to or not. He ultimately rode the wall, that move is banned now. So, well, he didn't gain any positions. One thing I gotta say though is he didn't gain or lose any spots from doing that. I don't even think he gained any time either. So that's something that has to be a factor too. And like race manipulation too, like drivers not giving it 100% just to let the Chevrolet guy, like William Byron, talking about the Chevrolet drivers, by the way, with Ross Chastain, Austin Dillon, they were actually communicating from what I've watched. I've watched, you know, I've watched other NASCAR YouTubers, race reviews and race actions, and yeah, it was definitely like that. So that decision by NASCAR that puts Christopher Bell out of the championship four and puts William Byron in. Like, if you want to know my full take on this, did NASCAR make the right call with Christopher Bell? I have to say yes. It was tough though. It was definitely tough, but the radio between Austin Dillon and Ross Chastain was sketchy. I gotta say that. Um, but NASCAR wanted to penalize, like, give a penalty to someone that was like more obvious. And what Christopher Bell did, you literally, as he was coming through turn four, that looks exactly like Ross Chastain's Hail Melon. It wasn't obviously wasn't completely like that, but it looks like what Ross Chastain did when Christopher Bell was coming out of turn four. So, oh man, as much as I really wanted Christopher Bell to get in the championship four. Man, I was rooting hard for the guy towards the end of this race. I wanted him to be in the championship four, but it is what it is. He's the first guy eliminated. Then we got Kyle Larson out. He's out as well. My guy Denny Hamlin's eliminated. Like, I'm not as devastated by it as I was last year. So yeah, I'm not devastated. It sucks, but I had expectations, guys. I just with these scenarios that happen, I just didn't expect Denny Hamlin to get it to the championship four. So, it is what it is, guys. So I'm not bothered by it. Denny Hamlin is going to be the best driver in the Cup Series without a championship, and I would much rather see him not win one under this format. So, if you ask me. And then Chase Elliott was close, was in a position to win this race, and just didn't get the job done. So yeah, guys, like I said, your championship four drivers are Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, and William Byron, guys. I know NASCAR might be getting more penalties out within the next couple days, or maybe a day or two, um, if they've decided they want to get more penalties in. But, man, guys, this was just, like, with NASCAR was trying, this was a good race, and it has been overlooked by this. So I wish it wasn't like this, but you know, with this playoff format, man, it's just stuff like stuff like this is just gonna happen, and that's all I gotta say about this, guys. It's just stuff like this at this point. It's just gonna happen. Like, you're gonna have moments like this where it's completely chaos and it causes controversial stuff. But guys, it is what it is. So yeah, man, like I said, I really wanted Christopher Bell to get into the championship four, and he was my championship pick too. So unfortunately, my championship pick out in the round of 8 for the second year in a row. So yeah, and that's it for this little reaction to what happened yesterday. Congratulations to Ryan Blaney once again. This was absolutely what a championship caliber winning drive from him. Uh, yeah, and that's all I could say, guys. Both drivers, it's just, oh man, just you're gonna have stuff like this, guys. At this point, man, with this playoff format, NASCAR's not gonna change the playoff format anytime soon. It just We're just going to have to accept the fact that this is just stuff that's going to happen at this point. Unless the NASCAR changes the playoff format, stuff like this, it's stuff like this is going to happen. So, by 1 point, 1 point. So, yeah, guys, so that's all I gotta say. Um, it's a shrug shoulders. It's all I gotta say is just shrug shoulders. Like, it's that's all I gotta say. Just all I got. It's just shrug shoulders moment for me. So yeah, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about. Situation between the final spot getting in the championship four, and yeah, that's it. So anyways, let me know your opinion down below. This is Preston signing off. Peace out.